What's up? I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this video or not, but I was thinking it would have been like really cool to watch a video like this when I was learning how to sell beats. Even now it's cool to watch. But yeah, the title of this video is not clickbait. I really have sold that much in beats online through BEATSTARS, and I've also made money in other ways through beats and samples and all that. The point of this video was not to flex or anything. Like, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do it. I kind of want to just like show people what's possible and what you can do selling beats online. I also think my story might be interesting to some people because I didn't even make my first beat till I was 20 years old. I had no musical ability, no musical background, didn't play instruments growing up. I had to learn it all through time, effort, and practice and all that. So I really think there's a lot of people who are able to get good enough, especially with all the resources online nowadays, to be able to do this professionally if you're willing to put in the time and effort. I also want to give like some real advice and take you guys along the journey and everything. I feel like people rarely do that. Yeah, so let's get into it. I think it was October 2018 that I fully committed to like making a living off beats. And up until then, I'd be like half in, half out. Like, this would be amazing, but it's not realistic. But then eventually I just said, I've got one life to live. I mean, I might as well go for it. So I was watching all the YouTube videos, and the number one piece of advice was stay consistent. And I started posting 3 times a week. So this is my BeatStars sales from October 2018. I made $80, which is amazing. Like, I made something. Like, I committed for 1 month, already a profitable business. Like, that was like really exciting. I was like, wow, I can actually do this. Like, some people would be like, oh, I spent all this time and I only made 80 bucks, but this is proof of concept. People are actually willing to pay me for this, which is like, was crazy. Month 2, grinded the whole month, and I made 180 bucks. And at the time, I had no other job. Like, this was my primary source of income, was $180. Like, I had a bit in savings, but I was going through that every month quick. And so I had to do like odd jobs, like umpire once in a while, but I had to do that in the summer. You couldn't do that in November. Like November, this was it. Like, this is the only way I'm making money. The next month, I remember I was in Mexico with my family. I was lucky enough for like my parents to take me on a trip, and I made 395 bucks. I remember I sold 2 beats. They might have been exclusives while I was eating dinner with my family in Mexico. I made like 180 bucks at dinner, and I was just like mind blown. It just showed me all the possibilities. Like, I can just be sitting here and like money's coming in. Like, that was like a full day of umpiring or whatever. So like, at that point, I'm just grinding every day. I'm for sure doing daily uploads at this point, because this was like encouraging enough. And the fact that I was on the hook to pay my rent, and I was living in my brother's basement paying $350 a month, and I had to eat too. I was pretty motivated. I do think there is like something to that where it's like do or die. Either I make enough money or I starve. Like, that might be a bit intense for a lot of people, but it does work. Like, you're not gonna be lazy. So this is January 2019, and I made $789.99. $350 was my rent, and then now I've got 400 bucks left over. I can eat, I can buy like chicken and rice, and I can even get Starbucks once in a while, which is the worst decision ever, but I did it. I was an addict. February was interesting. I think I was doing 2 things at once. Like, I thought that this was like just a climb going up the whole time. So I was also doing some web design, so I made a little bit of money. I probably made like another 1,000 on the side. For every subscriber I had, I made about $1 a month. Then March was like, of 2019 was a better month. And I'm starting to realize that I can do Kanye West college dropout type beats, and they start working. And I'm doing research on this, like TubeBuddy and Morning Fame and stuff like that, which are like search optimization apps. And I'm seeing what I have a good chance of ranking at. If I would make a J. Cole type beat, I'd label a boss type beat, and I'd try to be #1 boss type beat. And then I know if I'm #1 boss type beat, I know I'm selling that exclusive for like $200-300 bucks. And if we're talking 945 bucks a month, that's a big deal. But I also don't recommend selling exclusives at the beginning. But if you have to eat, maybe do it and just like stay alive and like work on, like, you can make more beats later. So the next month I went down again. I don't know what I was up to, but I went down again, $858. That's paying my bills. I'm surviving, I'm eating, getting Starbucks. So the next month was 1,080. People are really liking the soulful type beats for me. They're starting to work. People are responding well to those. So I just keep doing those. The next month I get a little bit of traction. So this is June 2019. $1,800 a month. My channel starts growing consistently. Exponential growth looks like linear growth at the beginning. Like, because it's a big long curve that eventually shoots up. but it looks at the beginning, if you only have that window to look at, it looks like linear growth. I'm posting every single day of the month, like maybe even twice some days. I'm getting a consistent look on my channel, trying to land boss type beat, trying to land like a J-Rock type beat. I'm not going for Kendrick Lamar type beat, I'm not going for J. Cole type beat yet. I've got no shot. Like Yondo is gonna take over the J. Cole type beat at this time. Urban Nerd Beats, like those guys are gonna win the J. Cole type beats in this era. So I'm going for a smaller thing that I can for sure win. If you're just trying to make a living off beats, you gotta make a living so that then you can explode. There's no shame in starting small. It doesn't mean that you don't have big dreams later. You're not just gonna go from 0 to 100. July 2019, I made $2,060. I'm going after some more niche stuff, like some Skizzy Mars. So like if you just attack those niche ones and make sure it's like real, make sure it's like you care about it. So those were 2 of my top 3 sellers. I just sold exclusives. I feel rich at this point because I'm actually like saving money, and in my head I'm looking at those dollar signs is like how much time do I have. I earned a month's living. I have enough money to live next month. So like I'm starting to get months ahead. I'm starting to get like time in the bank, and that allows you to just keep going. Like now I've got a lot of time in the bank, and so like I can keep grinding. And so like this just buys you time to work. It's not like, ooh, now I can get this. I mean, the only thing I was excited about is like I can go out to eat when I want. I can get Starbucks. Like it's okay. I got to be careful with this time in the bank just to stay alive. So I have the time to work on this. The next month we took a jump to $2,740. Yeah, I mean, that's amazing. What's that, August? Had a job at this point. I think I'm selling sweet corn on the family farm, which is hilarious. And I would go in the barn and make beats in between, like when customers would show up. Yeah, and just make sure I still get that daily upload. So this is amazing because I was like, oh, I'm getting like 2 or 3 months in the bank every month, and I'm able to live and get a few things that I want. And I thought it was gonna be linear. I was like, for every month I make an extra $1,000, and that's gonna be like, it'll be awesome. I'll be making like $10,000 a month at some point. But also I'm like mind blown that I can make this much off beats. Like my life is like amazing. $2,890, that's September, so I'm still grinding. Then October, I think I probably started, like a few of my beats started blowing up on YouTube. At this point, none of my beats have blown up. Like it's just consistently getting like 1,000 views, 2,000 views on my beats. Like nothing's blown up crazy. But this is when I think at the end of the month, I think things start to kind of blow up a little crazy, or maybe get popular on BEATSTARS, I don't know. 4,200. So this is a year after I've been taking it serious. From October 2018 to October 2019, I was making $4,200 a month, and just like staying at it, stay consistent, and learning this whole time, making my beats better, listening to what's working, what's trending, what's popular, how are they doing their drums. So keep going. I'm still grinding now. Every month, that's the plan. I wake up in the morning, I upload a beat. That's one thing I do that day. And like as good as beat as it possibly can. It's very targeted. Going after G-Eazy type beats now. I'm going after Kanye type beats. I'm still like trying to dominate those categories, like those very niche ones. So next month, November, 4,725. I have this nostalgia beat that was Bella actually got on that one, and that one was starting to blow up. I mean, I'm living. I'm making more than enough. Like I'm good for like a few years. Like in the bank, I'm starting to know like I can do this for like a couple of years now, like, but maybe a year. I'm just hyped. Then December 2019, so this is when this nostalgia beat blew up. My whole channel started to blow up. I went from 4,725 up until this point. My channel is not blown up, and I'm making that much money. You don't have to have a big channel to make a living. To get like a ridiculous amount of money, helps to have a big channel. $6,275. Can't believe it at this point, but I'm still grinding. I'm like, okay, time to like double down. Like you don't miss a day, and you make sure that you upload the best beats possible. People are looking. January 2020. At this point, instead of like my rice and chicken, like if I want crab legs, I go and get crab legs. So then January, still blown up, I make about $15,000 off my YouTube channel, which that's like insane. It's like, I feel like I'm living in a dream, like I can't believe it. And then at this point, I know a bunch of eyes are on me when I'm uploading, and I am getting very particular about what I upload. I just grind all day to get the best upload possible. I am going through ideas after ideas after ideas, and like I'm texting it to everyone on my phone. If I don't get a response, this is the craziest beat ever, scrap it. I was a little more intense right then, but it was working at the time. It was a good strategy. This is February 2020. So I made $22,000 in February, which was a short month. And this is all before COVID. So that was great. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like, let's keep going with this. Like, how hard can I go? How far can I push this? That's like my idea at this point. I'm just tunnel vision. March stayed about the same, about another 22,000, nothing crazy. April was a nice jump. Stimulus checks. That's what we have going on here. So $33,000, $41,000 gross. And then keep in mind I'm getting YouTube revenue for my ads, which is nice. At this point, my channel's big enough, I can do Drake, J. Cole, Kanye West type beats. And the beat just has to be sick. Like, that's the only thing. May was a nice a nice month. Sold 1,070 beats that month. Stimulus checks again, second round, I'm pretty sure. I took home $38,000. I was taking pictures of my BEATSTARS stats all the time because I was so hyped. I was getting like $3,000 offers on exclusives, but I was turning them down because the beats are way outselling that. So on May 13th, in the last 30 days, I don't know if you can see, but that's $42,771. Made about probably $2,000 off my YouTube ads that month. I probably made like $45,000 in that 30-day period. So, I mean, at that point, like, I can't complain. June 2020, $30,000. And then after that, when things kind of chilled out, I've just kind of been living at $30,000. This summer, the whole market kind of took a dip, but like, I think everything will be fine. But it's still fine. It's just like early 2020 numbers, which is cool. But I'm also working on some other things to get it going, get back up. It's cool to show like the whole journey and like to reiterate, the whole purpose of this is like to show like if you grind it out, this is what's really possible. And I also feel like I've just scratched the surface. I really think there's a way that someone could make 50, 60, 70 grand a month online selling beats or samples. There's a way, and you're not gonna know the clear picture and you're not gonna know how to get there. It sounds corny, but like you don't lose like the faith or confidence that like you can get better and learn how to do these things. If you just stay at it, have an open mind and learn as much as you possibly can, pretty much anyone can get professionally good at this if you have the right attitude, mindset, and you go at it in the right way. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. I don't think I have anything else to say. Hope this was informative, inspiring. Have a good one. Peace.